Welcome back to the channel. Today is day 227 of playing chess every day until 2000 yellow, and we are sitting at 1745. We get the white pieces. Yesterday we had 2 games with the black pieces, and we played the Karo Khan both times. Now we're playing against the Karo Khan, and we get a tile variation. So in these, I like to just immediately trade these off, and yeah, we go here. Probably gonna play this. And then knight to d2. So my opponent is now thinking after playing all the moves very fast. So maybe most of his opponents don't play knight to d2. Or maybe he's trying to calculate whether he can take the b2 pawn. Knight to d2 is what I meant to say. c5. What is it? c4. Okay, so this is just all theory, and recently we've learned about the c5. We go c4 thing. So he goes there. I think we're supposed to go here, takes, and then this, I believe, is the move. Or do we? No, we don't push, obviously. Come on. We take, and then I think we develop the knight attacking this. He takes back, so his king's a little bit open. He's got doubled pawns. Doesn't look too hot. Let's see. So I'm thinking we just develop. Takes, we go here, as per usual. But maybe in this position, now that he has a pawn here, taking's possible, because he can go here, and if takes, we're kind of not looking that great. So here, takes, we would probably just castle, maybe. But I think this is the move. Well, if he takes the pawn, maybe we go here, takes, and then we have a knight there. Maybe that's the move. Something tells me he's gonna play bishop to c5, and then he'll probably just castle. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm also looking at knight to b3 to add an attacker on that pawn if he plays bishop to c5. I'm not so sure that that's good though, because it allows checks, which we can always bring the bishop back to this block, but yeah, I don't think there's any need for that. We also could have checkmate threats with this. Like, that's the thing. So he develops the other knight. That's an understandable move. So he's attacking this pawn. If I were to take, then, you know, if I take here, he can take here. But then we go check, takes, takes. I'm wondering if now we have this, because if takes, this is checkmate. No, it's not. It's almost checkmate. He has this square. Here takes, here, here. And we don't have this because the knight's there. But we would have check. But then he can just block. And that square's well defended. Castling seems okay to me. It's not threatening to take. Yeah, I think we can just go ahead and castle. Let's do it. My opponent's up a pawn, but that extra pawn is one of these two. So it's not really that great. He has a hard time developing because this pawn is here. And he can't do this. Takes. I mean, my queen just gets into the position. Okay, he goes there. But I can just take this, right? I just take the pawn back. Takes here. What's his idea behind that? I could also go here to attack. Could bring the queen up here. Like, there's lots of options. I don't have to trade the queens, but I don't know what's right. I feel like since we have more space, we don't want to trade queens. I feel like trading queens might benefit him, but I also don't want to allow him to push this pawn, because it is, if he pushes it, then it's 2 squares away from queening. Not so nice. Also, if the queen gets here, is there any real threats to that? Not really. Yeah, maybe we just go here. Is this his plan? That doesn't really work because of that. So here, takes here. Maybe we can go here and then try to get a knight here, maybe? Could be an idea. I think we take. I think let's take the pawn back. There's a fork here, obviously, but I just take, and then move. Oh yeah, so he just goes ahead and trades. So let's take back. No other move there. And he finally wants to break out. I can't say I blame the guy. So I could push and sack, but I don't see a reason to do that. Taking seems obvious. Takes back with the pawn. So I think first I'm going to give a check here. I think that's my first plan of action. So he goes there. So where do I want to move this? Maybe here to control this. This knight controls this forking square. I think here's not too bad. But I kind of want to be on this long diagonal here. Here, does he have a way of kicking me? Is there a threat? That's the threat. So I think this is the only move. Otherwise, we're going to get forked. And then we need to get rid of this knight, because we can't allow this to be a thing. So he might play this move. And then I'll have to go here or here because I don't want to hang the pawn. Although, if I went here and he has a tempo, so we don't want to do that. Yeah, I think the most natural move is this. Or maybe this to try and set this up. Once again, if he goes here and tries for this, we just take. I don't know what he's going to do. He just develops. That's understandable. I think I'm just going to continue with my plan of going here to get rid of this because this is just a constant threat that I don't need in my position. I guess that's also a threat. Oh, no, I did not mean to do that. I shouldn't have been clicking on the piece, but okay. Dang it. Okay, yeah, that was a mouse slip, but it's part of the game. Oh, dang it. I'm frustrated with that one. Especially in like such a close game like this. Oh, come on, man. We're just totally winning that too. We're gonna try not to let it bother us. Hard thing to do. Okay, let's see. Let's improve this knight. Let's go here, try to go here. Takes. Something like that. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously we're not going to play knight f3. I was probably going to go here. He would have took, and then probably this knight here. I don't know. I don't know what we were going to do, but because it doesn't matter anymore. Develops the bishop there. So, I mean, my idea was to go here. Takes, and then now we have this. Just pre-move. Oh, he doesn't even go for it. Wow. Okay. Well, if he doesn't want that, then I will go here. Let's go ahead and make the move. Now he's going to move the bishop. Probably going to apply a little bit more pressure to my piece, but this is now a fork. Potentially. Goes back. It's protecting the pawn. I do have this check. I don't know if it really does much. Here, he goes here. And then I'm just toast, right? What if we lash out and go here? Check to pick up the pawn. Let's do this. It seems really silly, but maybe he can just sack the rook. Takes, check, takes, and we lose both knights. Yeah, maybe not the best plan. Yeah, he goes to the head and takes. I think he will sack the rook. I don't really want him to sack the rook. Check, takes. Our rooks see each other. Check, takes, check. Or not check, takes. He also has this, but then I take, so that's not a thing. Yeah, that was kind of just like a move that I made angrily, I guess. Not a good one. Let's see. Let's just move the knight out of danger. That was silly. He takes. We gotta take with the knight. Goes there. So he wants to take, and then trade everything. We don't really want that. I can go back. Let's just go back here. Push, we take. Okay, but now he gets forked here. Yeah, we have this. This is pinned though, I don't like that. Takes, and then he takes here. King over. I mean, we have to take the exchange, right? King up. This. Check. I don't think he takes. So just wait, king here. If he goes here, we go check. If he takes, then we have this, which would be checkmate. No, not checkmate, but king here, check. Problem is he can just move to a light square, and then this is lost. I don't really want to play this, but I could also slide back. I just don't want to go into this endgame because he's going to win everything. Like literally everything. Check. And then we could see what he does. If he takes, then we can play king up. Then we're sacking another pawn, and we're already down 2 pawns. Could also just move the rook. Takes. Let's go like this. He's going to take this now, and then we'll take this pawn. Okay, so he goes for that first. So if I were to take, he takes. So I have to move. He's going to take here. I feel like that's just bad for us. But this pawn's very strong anyways. So maybe we take, he takes. Takes. I think the problem is he has push here. Takes. You're here. We have like no counterplay. He's just up a bunch of pawns. My king's restricted. I go here. He doesn't do that. He goes here. Takes. Then he can come in. I'm going to play this. I want to preserve the bishop. And he just comes in. Wow. So I can't take here. So he wants to suffocate me with this move. If I attack. Yeah, I don't really want to allow that to happen. Let's play rook here. Put pressure. So he can take the pawn for free now and be up 3 pawns with 2 connected passed pawns on the edge of the board. Looks awesome. He can take, and then I take this, but I think this is just strong enough for him to take, in my opinion. Maybe he gets greedy, though. Really? So he wants to stop me from pushing? Is that his idea? Here, takes, and then he takes. Here, takes. Could be decent. But, I mean, this bishop's too strong. Maybe I go king up. King up to try to get this. Here comes the pawns. So if I were to go here, takes, pushes. That's an idea. So I go here. If he takes, then we get a little bit of counterplay. Or maybe I go here first. Check. Can maybe push the pawn. I don't think we have anything after rook here. He just goes like that. So I think I need to get behind it first. But now he's going to push d3 or take. I'm not sure. I'm not really too sure. It's scary though. That's a move. King up. Trying to play f3. Takes. I mean, at this point, he can probably sack the rook and still win. Because there's just no way to stop everything. Just takes. Okay, let's go here. We're threatening to take with check and then push the pawn. I mean, I guess he can just take, but then I take. Yeah, what am I doing? I don't know. I have zero idea what I'm doing. I'm just trying to create problems. At least this way it like opens up this file for my rook, maybe. Zero idea. Takes. Rook's gonna move. He just reinforces it. Wow. Okay. So let's take. He's gonna take. Then here, and we have like some threats, potentially. Let's go here. Unafraid of his pawns for some reason. This doesn't really do anything because he'll just push b4. But there is a threat of mate with this. That square. Doesn't have checks because just takes. But like I said, he can probably sack the rook and be okay. He goes there. Not so sure what he's planning. Check. My only legal move is to go here. Okay. Let's go here really quick. He can force the rooks off. Check here. Check. Okay, stops the mate threat. But that just gives me a bishop. So we're going to take that bishop. And suddenly, I'm going to come back. We might have a... My opponent resigns. Wow. We were slightly better. Wow. Okay. This is why you don't resign, folks. Learn to create counterplay. I mean, I misslipped. And then we kept playing. And this happened. That is absolutely crazy. My opponent played with an 85.7. I played with an 83.3. Played it against a Karo Khan. This is all book. And taking back's not best. I feel like I've looked at this before. Knight out. And yeah, because of takes, we have knight takes with tempo. Queen check. And then we just bring the bishop back. So the next step after remembering c5, c4 is that after they take on d4, we don't need to take back here. We can just develop. But that's fine. This is a mistake. Castling's okay. This is wrong. I was debating on moves like this. I didn't think the queen trade was best for me, but it is what it is. So I should have brought the bishop back, which we did next move. And yeah, this is a blunder. Like, I mean, I didn't mean to play that move. There's nothing to look at there. I was definitely just going to play this. But anyways, get some experience in positions where we're down material. Why not? And this was a silly idea. But, you know, we realized it was a mistake. And luckily for us, we didn't just say, screw it, we're going to go with it. Oh, and this is actually the best move. But I was thinking takes, and then here. And we just liquidized way too much stuff. It wants this. But now you have like 0 chances. So we kept some pieces on the board. We got a little bit of material back, but it's still not good. It really started to suffocate. And here we come, creating our counterplay. And yeah, he gave up this bishop. Like, what did he have to play here? Yeah, there's just this check, because I go here and then, like, this is probably not the best move, but, like, he can just trade. And there's no losing this position. Like, look at these pawns. So this is another lesson for you guys. If you're up this much material with this many pawns, just trade the pieces. He just resigns. Even here, I mean, it's +2, but like, this is scary, man. Like, he could probably do something. 2 connected pass pawns are very hard to stop. So, anyways, I will take the win. We both had performance elos of 2,000. Let's find a second opponent. All right, we get the black pieces against a 1749, playing the Carl Khan Supercraft. Okay, so we get an exchange variation. Develops the knight. We'll just develop our knight and go here. He pins, we'll pin back. We don't really need to go here. We will after he castles probably, but maybe we just play here. Oh, he kicks me out immediately. Wow. Takes. I don't know if that's really that great for me. I could slide back, and if this, we just go here. His king's a little bit exposed. Let's keep this pin. I think he will play g4. Yeah, there it is. Slide back one more time. So if he goes here, I kind of have to play this. Okay, yeah, as an attacker. That's a bit annoying, for sure. So he's threatening to take. I could play here, but maybe queen here is the move. Or here to attack and force something out of him. Well, if I go there, he can play this. Yeah, let's just bring the rook then. Bring the rook. I think he might take the bishop. And I want to play e6 ASAP. Maybe even f6 here. Yeah, he just chops that knight ski. So we got the open H file. This looks like it's going to be kind of a whack game, if I'm being totally honest. We're always monitoring if he plays... Okay, he plays that. I was going to say if he plays c3, because that'd be a big blunder. Probably just go here. Protect the pawn again. Maybe we need to just get rid of this now. He is threatening to take. Not really. If I go here, does he have anything? Goes back, sacks. Or here. Takes. Could be annoying, but I don't think it works. Let's get rid of this now while I have the chance. We really need to play e6. It's like the next priority list. So if he plays this, he just goes back. So this is the variation I was thinking. Like, I go here and he just sacrifices, takes, and then goes here. But I don't think it works in this position because I would have check and he can block, but then I take. So I think I can play this. Goes there, adds an attacker. So we need to play e6, which I wanted to play anyways, so happy about that. Let's play e6, protect everything. He's probably going to try and pin that. Crazy looking game, I have to say. So I think I should be able to win the d4 pawn. He makes room. So if I go queen b6, he has to play bishop e3 if he wants to protect the pawn. Is that a good move though? Can also go here and threaten to play this. Takes, we would take the rook. And if you were to move, then I have this. Takes, discovered attack. He goes here. Then this. Takes. Is that a good move though? Not so sure. Can also try to go here, but I don't like that he can just pin me. We have to go here. I mean, I like this move, but not so sure it works. Because if I go here, he can just move the bishop somewhere. So like he could just go here. And then this whole idea doesn't work because then this is protected. And then we have to move the queen because he's threatening discovered attack. So that's no good. Here. I guess maybe we just do this. We would be threatening. No, we're not threatening to take. Queen can take. Maybe we just threaten this pawn. Bishop here. It's difficult. Yeah, it just helps him develop. Here. Probably. No, he can't push. So I go here. Takes. We develop here pinning. We have 2 attackers. Actually, don't mind this move. Takes here. Or do we take like this? Pin. Okay, takes. As one should. But now he's threatening this pawn. So I think I need to take like this. I didn't really think that through as much as I should have. Silly. I want to develop at the same time, but then this comes in. It's protected, but takes. I mean, if he moves the rook, then he can't castle, which means he's probably going to be in the middle for the rest of the game, which could be good. Let's take with the bishop. Let's develop. Give him the pawn. So if he takes, can we trap the rook in there somehow with like bishop back, protected by these pieces, and then like a knight jump? Yeah, so he goes for that. Bishop back. I don't see it. I'd be trying to go for this. Hitting this piece. He wouldn't be able to go here, here, or here. But he can go here. So he can go back, 1 square. Then can we go here? I think that works, but does he have any counterplay is the question. Like, he can always come back and pin me here, which is very, very annoying, actually. I think I need to be worried about this right now. So I think knight here is what I want to play. That way we can castle it at a moment's notice, and it also protects the knight. And it's our last piece to develop. So let's go ahead and do that. If his rook stays there, then maybe we try for something. I feel like he might just go here. Maybe he castles finally. Castling loses a pawn though. No, so he goes for that. Pinning me, which makes sense. Here, here, go here. I mean, I feel like that's kind of what I should do. Here, takes with check, then this takes though. So we don't really need to do that. Could also just slide the king over to f8. King here. Is he threatening to take? No. Get out of the pin. I think it's important, but I don't quite want to castle. So let's just play king f8. Castling, I feel like, is just not really that great. The rook ends up on this file when it could be here, kind of stopping him from castling. And now I'm threatening to go here. Takes, then we take. The bishop's just got to be passive or traded off. And yeah, his rook is looking very, very not that great. I just don't like that it has this move to protect. If I were to attack it with the queen, but I guess if I go here and he goes here, I can just take, because this would be pinned. And the rook's running out of squares, but he could do this. But then we take here. So he would have to go here, but then we can still take, because if he were to take back, we would take this. And I'm speaking in positions where my queen is here. Okay, finally goes there and pins me. I do have to respond to that for sure. This is kind of weakening, but honestly, I think it's okay. I'm just going to play it. I don't think he can sacrifice or anything like that. He could play here. Then I'll probably just move. But if he played... No, he can't go there because we just take. So he decides to take here. So I could take with the rook, and then I'm threatening to win a pawn. Or I could take here and maintain pressure on this, which I think is a good idea. I don't really like taking this and tripling my pawns, especially letting this check in. Could also take here first, then takes, if he takes. This does force him to do something. Let's take with the rook. So I think he's going to take. Also, if he doesn't take, then we're threatening this bishop, so there's that. I don't really know who's better here, to be honest. Queen a5 looks good. Yeah, I would really like to avoid taking that bishop, if I'm being totally honest. I mean, if he allows me to right now, then maybe we do, but it looks a little bit gross, to be honest. Okay, so he goes back to protect the pawn. So I could play here. Then I'm threatening to take, and then take, which I kind of like. Let's just go ahead, do that. We don't really need to think about it. Gotta be careful if he drops back. If he drops back, we take, I think. We do have also have ideas of going e5 takes here and then threatening forks. Maybe that was a good idea. We're doing really good on the time. We have nearly 7 minutes versus his 2.5. So we're up almost 5 minutes on the clock. The only thing I don't really like about e5 is that after d, e, f, e, my king gets a little bit exposed, and he would have checks on f3, so not the biggest fan of that. I'd like to keep my king relatively safe if possible. He goes there, really, wow. So I can just take, win a pawn. I don't see why I wouldn't go for that. Get our pawn back. He obviously has some kind of idea. He wants a queen trade? Interesting. Here, king takes, check. Here, we don't really get anywheres. I don't really want that. If I go here, does he have anything? I need to be careful here. Like, very, very careful. He is threatening to win a pawn, too. But then I would take here. So I'm thinking this takes, be fine. Here, like, what I'm worried about is moves like... I guess he'd have to protect this pawn, right? So if I go here, how does he protect this and stop me from going here? Maybe this, but then my idea is to go here. Let's go here. Maybe this is wrong, I'm not so sure. It looks and feels very dangerous, but we're gonna try it. My king doesn't really feel that safe, actually. He's down to 2 minutes. And he is a big thinker, so maybe more pieces, more complications could be good for me. Queen a5 or queen a6 is kind of something that I'm looking at. That could be potentially dangerous for me in my position, but I feel like I have enough play against that. If he allows me to take on c2, it comes with check. Yeah, he really wants a trade. I don't really know why he's so trade hungry, but I kind of have to take it here, don't I? Or no, I can go here, takes, and then go here, but then check. If check here, takes, check, check, takes here, check here, takes. Yeah, so I kind of have to take the trade, don't I? Dang it. Okay, we need to get the rook active. He's down to a minute. King up, interesting. So if checks, doesn't really do anything. I think I'm gonna go for this. If takes, or do we want to take like this and leave these pawns together? But then I have this isolated pawn. Let's go here. I think we're doing pretty decent here, if I'm being honest. Rook c1 doesn't work because I escape with the knight. He goes there, stopping the check. I can push him back with this move, which I like doing. He can't come here because the knight holds. And then maybe I bring the king. Let's go here. Yes. We do need to worry about that passed pawn. It's attack. Here, check, probably. That's protected. I'm dumb. We have 5 minutes on the clock. We need to slow down. He only has 30. He pushes. Stops my pawns. We're going to come in with check. I think this is a mistake because I have this. Now I can push. Here, here. Can get behind the pawn. If he pushes, I can take. Here is an issue though. Maybe I go check. Let's go check first. So I can go here if takes. But what am I threatening from this square? Just stopping this. King up. King up. If he doesn't take. Brings the rook. And he's behind the pawn. That's not good. I feel like my king should be able to stop that pawn. Here. Stop the pawn. And then I should be able to go to work on the other ones. So I could sacrifice a pawn. Takes. And then go here. Potentially. I think we're going to do this. We're going to try and win this pawn. And then attack this. Okay, we're going to take. Then we have this check. Okay, but now we protect. Now we're attacking this. Probably he goes there. Okay, let's take. I don't think that was the right move. Yeah. Now we can just come. It's going to be a draw. GG's to my opponent. He played a good game. Let's take a look at that. My opponent played with an 88.4. I played with an 86.3. I had one really big blunder. And yeah, let's take a look at this. So going back is wrong. I should have just took. Okay. Taking was not good for him. This is a mistake. So what am I supposed to play here? I'm supposed to just keep developing. And I'm actually a little bit better in that position. Because I guess I did give him a pawn. This is a miss. So it wanted me to just castle. I wanted to keep the rook on this open file. Maybe I was a little bit too tunnel visioned on that. And wow, king e2 is the best move. And yeah, I mean, he wanted to trade really badly. This is a drawn endgame. But you know me. Oh, wow. Oh, that's an even worse blunder than I thought. Oh, wow, it just straight up loses a rook. Oh, wow. Okay. And I'm actually better here? till this move. So I'm supposed to push. And I actually did debate on pushing. What's the idea behind that? I get that. Okay. I'm just up pawns. Yeah, and now this is just a draw. Pick up the pawn, and then, yeah. I mean, what can you do? I can't believe I hung my rook like that, though. That's crazy. My opponent had a performance elo of 2150 versus my 2050. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.